Russell Westbrook will go down as one of the best point guards ever. For many years, he was regarded as one of the elite point guards and players of the National Basketball Association. But that is no longer the case, and everybody seems to realize that, except Russell Westbrook himself. Last offseason, he was traded for the third straight offseason to his hometown team and desired destination, the Los Angeles Lakers, from the Washington Wizards, who the prior season, he had a decent year. There were some very bad moments, but overall a solid year for Westbrook still, and he was able to help sneak the Wizards into the playoffs alongside Bradley Beal. But the next offseason, as I said, he was traded to the Lakers for Kyle Kuzma, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Montrezl Harrell, and a first-round pick. And the Lakers were taking a huge gamble, committing to a big three of Westbrook, LeBron, and Anthony Davis. And there were obviously big questions if Westbrook could play alongside other ball-dominant stars. And in their first season together, he did not really prove he could. It was a disaster. They finished 33-49. Really just a terrible season overall. They didn't even make the play-in. LeBron and Davis dealt with injuries all year, and Russ had one of the worst years of his career. Probably the second worst besides his rookie season. He had the most missed layups in the league, took way too many threes, and shot under 30%. His assist numbers were down, but you expect that playing with LeBron. But his turnover percentage was up, and it was clear he just didn't have a good year and couldn't really work with the ball in his hands left. And he continued to be a very bad free throw shooter for a guard, under 70% from the charity stripe. And as I said, Lakers finished 33-49. Frank Vogel was fired. He was a scapegoat. And Darvin Ham was hired. And in his opening press conference, Ham, showed a willingness to work with Westbrook. But recent reports have suggested Russ may want to be traded again, as him and his agent, Thad Foucher, who has represented him since 2008 when he first came in the league, they broke up recently. And Foucher said with the possibility of a trade in 4 years, he pretty much said to Russ he thinks he should embrace the situation in Los Angeles and stick it out because his trade value right now is not positive. And another team trading for him, the most likely scenario after that is he's going to be bought out. And not only is he going to be making less money, but he won't be playing with a guy like LeBron anymore and not going to have maybe not as good of a chance to make money and I guess compete for a championship. But he said with the possibility of a trade in 4 years in his official quote. And I think that really suggests Westbrook may want something different. And, you'd think the Lakers would be like, sure, we'd be open to trading Westbrook. But the problem is nobody wants him and his $47 million, which is where really the dilemma with the Los Angeles Lakers comes in. And if you want to trade him, you very well might have to attach picks, and the Lakers are starved of picks. They traded a first round pick for Russ, along with other valuable assets like Kyle Kuzma, and obviously the Anthony Davis trade. They traded a lot of picks, which I do think was worth it because they got a championship. But he's getting older, and he's always been injury prone, and the picks they've been throwing around in trades like 27 and 2029 picks, and Taylor Horton Tucker, another young guy they clearly value somewhat. They re-signed him to more money than he's worth last offseason. But even if the Lakers value him, I don't think his value around the league is higher enough to take on $47 million. And really, Russ's agent didn't want him to be traded again because he thought it would just completely diminish his value when he could rebuild it, or at least has an opportunity to, playing with the Lakers. But the Athletics NBA and Lakers reporter, Jovan Buha, really said how Westbrook in the exit interviews and in film sessions failed to take accountability, and it really seems like he still thinks he's a superstar. And he has to follow the role of other guys his age that have declined somewhat, like a John Wall or a Derrick Rose. And if he does that, I think in a way he could still help a team. On a championship team, he might come off the bench. He's probably not going to do that. I mean, the Lakers aren't a championship team, but there is a way in him finding a secondary role, but he just has to accept that. And it really sounds like from reports and quotes from his agent and from the athletic reporters that he's not super open to that right now, and that leaves the Lakers in a super tough situation. And if we look at their current team, they did get younger, which I think was good. They added a bunch of super old players last offseason, and that didn't really work out. They signed Lonnie Walker, Troy Brown Jr., Juan Toscano Anderson, Damian Jones, and Thomas Bryant. And I think those were, fine. They were fine. Pretty young defensive additions with some upside, but obviously they're still pretty far away from being a championship team with LeBron James and Anthony Davis on their team. And if we look at the depth chart of this team, they need shooting badly. And looking at this team, I really don't even know what to think. It's a lot of just a random assortment of players, really. They're getting younger, really trying to find guys that are trying to do something more with the change of scenery in their career, like a Lonnie Walker or Troy Brown, and guys with defensive upside and length. And the clear need, though, is shooting. And they have been linked to guys like Buddy Hield and Miles Turner in a possible salary dump trade with the Pacers. Maybe Westbrook goes to Indiana, they buy him out, Lakers give them a pick or something, but I don't know if that would do it for Miles Turner. Possibly for Buddy Hield, who they were about to trade for last offseason, and then pivoted to a Russell Westbrook move. And I don't think they would make that Russell Westbrook move again if they had the choice. But I think Buddy Hield could help them. He's still not a guy, though, that takes his team over the top. But there is one man who could be capable of taking this team over the top if everything goes right. The dream scenario for the Lakers is they're able to get Kyrie Irving for Russell Westbrook in some type of trade, and the Nets buy out Westbrook. Nets maybe get a first-round pick in THT, even though I don't know if the Nets would do that, but Kyrie's value isn't very high. But this is the Lakers' clearest path to becoming a championship contender. And it's a big if, but if Kyrie, AD, and LeBron are all healthy, that team, maybe the best big three in the league, or very close to, and has definitely a chance to go to the finals. But that's a big if for the Lakers, and if that doesn't happen, I think something they seriously have to think about is LeBron James' future. Do you not, immediately hang up the phone on trade calls for him? He's a free agent next season. He's expressed a desire to play with his son. Obviously, his son won't be in next year's draft, but that could definitely affect his free agency decision on where he wants to go. And if I'm the Lakers and I'm going next year with this roster, if I'm Rob Pelinka, you kind of have to listen to offers at least for LeBron James, because I don't think their current team is going very far, and I think there's a solid chance he may look somewhere else in free agency if he's trying to win another ring at the end of his career, or sees a destination where there's a clearer path to playing with his son. And a lot of questions for the Los Angeles Lakers going into this season. And there's still questions to be answered before the season even starts. But I thank y'all for watching, and peace out, and comment below what you think the Lakers should do.